Lean.
Dr. Murphy? I need help in here!
Everything happened just a few hours ago. Sean had just been fired by Dr. Hahn. Shortly after, he was brutally attacked by a drunk man in a bar. Strange things always strike out of the blue. Sean immediately dialed 911 and had the drunk man rushed to the hospital. Since he had been dismissed from the hospital, he hesitated and dared not walk inside once he arrived. Claire later told Sean,
"You're still a doctor, Sean. We need to know what happened."
I found him like that.
that the test results for the patient were out. Surprisingly, there was no alcohol detected in his system, yet he acted completely intoxicated.
If Zach wasn't intoxicated, then he has a neurological issue. You need to run an EEG and a CT angiogram. I have to go.
It was then that Sean remembered the injuries he had sustained from the assault. Right after that, Sean went to the drunk man's hospital room to figure out what underlying illness the patient might have. He soon spotted an abnormal mark on the man's neck. Just as Sean was about to voice his diagnosis, he suddenly collapsed to the ground. Nurses rushed to call for emergency help. It turned out that the beating had left Sean with broken ribs, pleural effusion, and a ruptured spleen. Meanwhile, no one could understand what Sean had meant by saying trampoline right before passing out. Claire was convinced that the odd word held the key to saving the patient's life. She hurried to the patient's room and stood exactly where Sean had stood, trying to piece together the clues. Her deduction proved correct in the end.
We need to know our stat!
The patient successfully underwent life-saving surgery. After waking up, Sean's first concern was still the condition of the man who had attacked him.
Trampoline. Zach had an aortic arch aneurysm with signs of impending rupture, the evidence of which was a pulsatile mass in his neck. That and his erratic gait and behavior are explained by the fact that he had tertiary syphilis, also known as
Treponema.